Somebody can go to school for 3.9 years and they're never going to get a degree. That's always an option.
It's competitive. You're right. Yeah. So
regardless, though, is what I'm saying.
But why, if you know it's that competitive and it's difficult, why would you handicap yourself and add an anchor to your ankle that would limit your ability to get the same job that other people are competing for that don't necessarily have a past? That's what I'm trying to say. The world is not going to sit there and give you understanding, especially for a highly competitive job that other people go after that may not necessarily have the liability of that background. Because if I'm a law firm owner and I'm trying to employ lawyers and I know that I need the best trial attorneys that aren't going to embarrass me and my firm, I'm going to hire people that are what? Not a liability for me and my name. So I'm not going to hire someone that used to have a past that might embarrass us. I'm going to hire someone, even if they might not be as qualified as you. You might be bright, smart, intelligent, killed the bar exam, etc. But I'm going to go with someone that is less qualified than you simply based off of your past, because I don't want to have to deal with the liability of embarrassment in the future should these things have to come out before a trial, which they definitely will before a trial. So I'm telling you, I know because I come from that world, your character means a lot and your past will come back to haunt you if you have things like that. And I think not enough young women understand that what you do now is going to echo in eternity thanks to the internet. So you got to be intelligent about what you're doing, especially if you want to get into jobs that require, public trust, government, law enforcement, anything that has to do with the background. This is what employers are looking at. Your past will come back to haunt you, and hoping that it's going to change is not realistic. You got to prepare for the future now and not hope that it's going to change. The world does not revolve around what should, could, or would, or what you think is right. The world revolves on what is, what's best for the law firm, what's best for the client, what's best for the future of that law firm, and making what? Money. That's what it is, man. Like, I don't know why women think the world should change because of them and they're intelligent and people should sit there and get to know them. Y'all don't give us that benefit of the doubt. When we come up to you and say, hey, you bad, girl. The fuck? You wearing jean shorts that are past your fuck goddamn calves. I'm not there talking to you. But you might not know that guy's a millionaire. But we let women reserve the right to reject people. But if we say, okay, we're going to reject you too. Why? My past shouldn't matter. That's like me going into a bank. I need a loan, motherfuckers. All right, what's your credit score? Don't worry about that. It's a 420. Well, sir, we're not going to give you this loan. What the fuck? You should give it to me. I'm a good person. I read a book right before I came here. God damn it. They're going to look at me, be like, stupid. Get the fuck out my bank. Because that's reality. I made bad decisions in the past. Now I'm dealing with the consequences of my decisions. Simple, man. I don't know why y'all think the world's going to change for you guys. It's clown world shit.
I don't think that the world's going to change for us, but I think that things are shifting and that they're shifting in a general direction of more acceptance for different career paths like that. I do genuinely, like, I do believe that.
I'm willing to bet in the next 10 years, many states will not allow you to enter the bar if you have a past that has to do with any kind of sex work. There's just no way I see it happening.
And that's your opinion. What I've seen, and from like the people that I've talked to, like people, and like there is this one woman on TikTok who she does own her own law firm, and she's pretty successful, and she used to be a porn star. And she has tattoos and shit like that. Like, there are people where,
let's say she actually does own her own law firm and she's a successful lawyer. You cannot use the exception to the rule.
Exactly.
Like, you can't use someone that is an anomaly to base your decisions off of. Okay, well, I know someone that jumped out of a plane. The parachute only had a 10% chance of deploying, but deployed, baby, and he landed safely.
He lived.
No, he lived. Let's go off that guy. No, you would. If I told you jump out that plane, you only got a 10% chance of the parachute deploying. You would say, fuck no.
Fuck no.
I'm not going to take that kind of crazy risk. So I'm just saying you got to operate on probabilities, not possibilities, man.
But I don't think that it's a crazy risk to want to go to school for something.
Going thousands of dollars into debt to get a degree that you probably won't be able to actually use. I mean, if you want to take that risk, that's crazy. But I would say most people shouldn't do that.
We just have different opinions on like how things are going to go in like the next decade or so. What I'm saying is, like, from what I've seen, I do think that people are becoming more open to people who have tattoos, who have been in sex work, who have been doing more alternative things with their lives. I think that a lot of people are becoming more open-minded about that, and they think your character doesn't depend on those things, which I do believe that, like, somebody's character, like, you can have very good character, you can be an amazing person and do porn or OnlyFans or Fansly or whatever. You can have 1,000 tattoos and you can be a great person.
But
and I think there's a lot of people who also are starting to believe that and shift their mindset towards that.
But you got to remember, I never said that people that do that work aren't good people. I simply said,
I know.
But I simply said the employer is not going to waste their time getting to know you when they have someone else that's also a good person qualified and doesn't come with that liability. You're missing the point here. From an employer standpoint, it's not in my best interest to sit here and get to know you when I already know that you have a liability that might fuck up my firm's ability to generate money. I'm just going to go with someone that doesn't have that liability.
Yes.
So regardless of how good of a person you are, you are going to be left because of your past.
Yes, and I'm agreeing with that, but I'm saying that I think that people are shifting their mindset. I understand what you're saying, and I agree that that is how a lot of people think, but I also believe that a lot of people are shifting the way that they think. That's what I'm saying. And you can disagree with that, but that's like we can agree to disagree on that topic.
The court system is extremely conservative.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I
like
okay, and I'm agreeing on that, but I'm saying that I think that it is changing.
It's never gonna end.
Okay, then that's your opinion on it.
It's an extremely low likelihood that it will change. I mean, the court system is extremely conservative. They are not going to employ women that were involved in sex work to try cases, bro. It's just not going to happen. I'm telling you. Like, unless it's like, because that's going to fuck up it's going to fuck up their ability to try cases appropriately. They're going to sit there and try to deflect. Hey, did you know that your main prosecuting attorney was selling feet pictures on OnlyFans and involved in sex work? No,
I can hold you. That's fucked up.
And
right before the case.
Yeah,
and it's a man ran like industry too. Like law is mainly ran by men, so like they be quick to throw that shit in your face and like make out belittle. Like that's just how the law works. Like,
and yo, let's take it a step further. You want to know who's the most hypercritical of women that are involved in sex work? Other women. When I bring these entrepreneurs on that own their own businesses and like, you know, scaled up a business that they didn't have to show any pictures of themselves, the first thing they always say, I make $100K a month and I have to sell no fucking ass to do it. Yeah, I'm telling you, you take a lawyer that actually went to law school, never did any of this stuff, never stripped, never danced, never did any sex work to make her money, bro. And you work for a woman like that, she's definitely gonna tell you, no. They're like, yo, the women that are successful that make their money and never did any of that stuff are gonna be the biggest ones to hate on chicks that made money from sex work, bro. I'm telling you.
Facts.
I'm telling you, they're gonna be like, you took it the easy way, bitch. I got it out the butt. I ain't hiring you. Like, nah.
Nicki Minaj, Meg Thee Stallion.
What does Nicki Minaj say all the time? I never fucked nobody in the industry.
Meg Thee Stallion. Can't say shit.
Meek Mills.
Damn.
No.
Meek Mills, no.
No, but she had her fame before that.
Yeah, before. Okay.
Safari. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying like she had already her career was already developed before that. You know what I'm saying? That's what she's saying. She brags on that all the time.
So we got video to play.
Okay. Does anyone else have anything? I want to make sure that those ladies can go ahead before we go.
So like with your statement, what do you think about like Kim Kardashian? And she's involved in a lot of legal things, and I mean some people hate on it, but at the end of the day, she's making changes and stuff, and she got like a big, you know.
She's met with the president.
Like, yeah, like she's
actually made changes and she's reversed court cases because of that, because she's in law school right now and she like educates herself. But she educates herself and she is going to law school and she's reversed a few different cases that were going to go south.
Like, do you think
going to law school and passing the bar and actually becoming a lawyer are two different things? It's two completely different things. She's not a lawyer yet. And I mean, let's be honest, that's probably, you know, that's a publicity stunt to look better for, you know, all the fuck ups in the past. But I mean, we can speculate on that, but she's not a good role model, I would say, for women to follow.
Okay, she might not be a good role model, but like what I'm saying is that like there are women who have a past who still continue to do things with their lives in professional fields like that. Like she did have meetings with Donald Trump and she did speak to him on like certain cases that were reversed.
Okay, we're talking about a woman that had sex with a guy. The video blew up. She got famous off said video, and then she was able to turn that into a business to some degree. But in the meantime, what did she do while doing that? Well, she hurt her reputation. People don't take her seriously. Everyone's always going to label her as like, you got famous off a sex video and sucking dick. So she's never going to come, even though people like a lot of women admire her because like they wish that they can get famous off of what she did. The reality is most women, if they did exactly what she did, they're going to cripple themselves from a professional standpoint. What you also don't understand is that Kim Kardashian already had money. What you also don't understand is that her father was on a legal defense team for O.J. Simpson.
Facts.
What you also don't understand is she already had connections in Hollywood that put her in a position where, regardless of her poor decisions, she would be set for life.
You don't have
so it would be disingenuous for me to tell regular women, hey, go ahead and take the Kim K route because you don't have the same resources and connections that she did in Hollywood. But a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
That her father was actually a very good lawyer that was on the O.J. defense team and he was famous and he was good friends with him in the first place. She came from money. So she was able and had accesses that a regular girl won't. This is why I tell people all the time, Kim Kardashian is a horrible example for women to emulate because you don't have her resources. If you took her same trajectory, more than likely it's going to cripple you from a professional standpoint. You are not going to be able to suck dick on some camera and then go ahead and become a philanthropist and run a fashion line and all this extra shit because you don't have the resources she did.
But
True.
regardless, you're talking about women who have like done things like similar to what she has done, and she was like still
Your
able
past is
to be
always gonna
taken
justify
seriously.
You, bro.
What was that, Icy?
I say your past is always gonna haunt you. It is what it is. Like you're trying to go beyond the fact of OnlyFans. Niggas gonna judge you off of that. Especially like if you're dealing with clients with big money, they finna take that serious because you a risk. Like understand that they gonna judge you just because you did it. So just own your shit and just continue running and try to choose to something else. I mean, you could do it, but you're gonna handicap yourself. It's all they trying to tell you. Take the game. That's it.
And you literally
Listen,
you're gonna have
no,
to
I'm
deal with them
acknowledge-
consequences for the rest of your life. Like you're gonna always be looked at as that sex object. Like
just
no
saying-
matter what you do, like no matter you can grow up and do the best shit in the world, but it's still gonna be motherfuckers jacking off to you from 10 years ago. Like, I'm keeping the
But I'm
point.
not
Yeah.
disagreeing with that. I'm just saying that like I do think that women who want to go into professional fields after doing something like that can do that. And I think that especially in the future, there'll be more opportunities for them, regardless of what people think of them.
They can, but the past is always gonna come. Like
Everyone's
like we're
past
going in
haunts them.
circles. You've been saying the same thing like 3 times
Yeah, I
already.
agree.
I'm ready to
Yeah.
go on to the
Can
next
we
topic.
move
That's why
on?
I'm saying that.
It's wishful thinking, but
You know,
And it
it's
sounds more
hopeful.
emotional than anything. Like
You
it's
know?
just feelings and shit. But I ain't gotta go in there. I'm
Next
just saying.
topic.
Okay.
Cool.
Hey man, it is what it is. Where we at?
Hella
Okay.
chats here and there.
Okay.
Video.
Yeah, we're going 20 and up.
Yeah, 20 up.
Okay.
Cool.
And these came after.